O'Mara Show at www.MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
This is an old expression. People say this. They say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? You ever heard that before? It's a bananas insulting expression to an entire gender. You know what that expression means? It means, why would you marry a woman if she's already having sex with you? Which has nothing to do with what relationships are even like anymore. Now it's like, why buy the cow, question mark? Maybe because every day the cow asks you when you're gonna buy it, and you live in a really small apartment with the cow, so you can't avoid that question at all. And also the cow is way better at arguing than you are, and the cow grew up in a family that knows how to argue. Why buy the cow, question mark? Maybe because every time another cow gets bought, you have to go to the sale, and you have to sit next to your cow at the sale, and your cow looks over at you the entire time like, and does not enjoy the sale at all. Even though she's the one that wanted to go to the sale. And she's especially mad because that farmer and cow met like 8 months after you guys met.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
We are coming to you live from the Cappy Pfeiffer studio in the heart of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, on the air and online worldwide. The Mike O'Mara Show, a daily radio show and podcast for the greatest listeners on the planet, because they get it and you do too. Did I know there's a little skip,
no,
but
you hit it.
Nailed it.
I
Type
always have
right
to
out
ask
of
the boys,
sight.
because Billy Idol comes from Washington, Mike O'Mara comes from South Florida, and there's a little technical thing in between.
Couldn't
so
tell,
I
Mike.
have to do that.
It's all in your head because it was perfect.
It was.
That's delightful. Well, my head's messed up lately, as you know. Anyway, the show today brought to you by Club W. One of the great pleasures in life is coming home and relaxing with a nice glass of wine.
Here, here.
Ooh, 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 ooh. One of the great tragedies in life is when you don't have wine to enjoy. Cue the doom sound effect. Well, with Club W, you never have to worry about being wine-free again. Club W is the revolutionary new wine club that sends wine directly to your door. Not only do they send you wine, they send you wine that you'll love. Thanks to their easy 6-question palate profile quiz, Club W makes sure every bottle you receive is tailored to your taste. This is a brilliant concept for wine drinkers. You don't need to be a wine expert. Club W knows you'll enjoy every bottle they send. They even offer a no-risk guarantee that you will absolutely love it. And by working directly with the vineyards, Club W cuts out the middleman and saves you money, too.
Good.
Right now, Club W is offering our listeners 50% off their first order when they go to clubw.com/TMOS. Don't ever come home to a wine-free house again. Just go to clubw.com and /TMOS. Don't forget that part. And get 50% off your first order. That's clubw.com/TMOS. Cheers, everybody. Enjoy your January drinking wine. Just hold up in a cold house and swill wine all day.
That's a good plan. Good way to do it.
Absolutely. Well, what a pleasure it always is talking to Steve Bridges. Now I feel, you know how I am, right? I'll do something because I think it's funny, and then I'm racked with guilt.
Why are you guilty?
I'm guilty because I really think we should call them back, and I should say I'm sorry.
Do you really think so?
Well, we were starting to get to know him, and but he is a program director, and that's why he's been quiet.
Former program director.
Yeah.
Give him that.
And
We'll see. Technically, I'm a former program
And now
director,
Mikey's
so
a newsman.
Yes, this is true.
I also had a joke ready for him. Just waiting.
Oscar grabbed a napkin and tried to find a pen the minute he sat down because he was show prepping.
Yes.
Well, can you share? Can you share? He was just show prepping about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, you know he's a few ounces lighter, and you ever see a dog after he drops a deuce and he's got super energy?
So excited.
That's the way Oscar ran into the studio. Chased his tail, dragged his ass on the floor.
Oscar is like, if Oscar was a dog, when he sniffs this building, it goes right to his sphincter.
That's my
That's
territory.
exactly what happens. It's
Time
your territory.
to relax.
That's
Because
right.
you're still, you know what? My theory on that is the reason you
Still waking up.
The reason you growl
Still
in this
waking
building.
up.
My reason is I think, yes, you're comfortable. You've been with your lady for years. Everything's fine. But you still prefer to drop your little deuce here when you're not around her because you got a small place.
There's only one bathroom, and it's next to the bedroom.
You see, your relationship is so different from mine. Last night, I came home, and I had eaten very little during the day, to the point where occasionally my jailer, otherwise known as Carla, will give me a snack at night. And she said, oh, I've got something that will be great for you, and you will love it, and it will be low in fat, and you'll enjoy it. She made me a concoction of ground turkey that we had used for another meal.
Already cooked, right?
And refried beans. And this was the conversation today.
Yum.
I said to her, I said, man, these smell like yours. Come on in here. And we actually did that with each other. Yeah, because I don't, as
What a
you know.
relationship you got there.
Well, we have a close relationship, but that's the thing. It's not. But the thing about
We'll
it
get
is,
there one day, hopefully.
And
Well,
you know
hopefully.
what? You don't need to run to it. It'll happen, but it's no great thing. I mean,
when she's in there for a long time, this is really embarrassing.
yes, not for you.
For her. I will go and knock on the door and ask her, "Hey, is everything okay?"
Oh, you see, you should do the standard joke is, did you fall in?
No, just to embarrass her. And she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm saying, "I'm just seeing if you're okay."
Yeah.
Because I know what she's doing in there.
Of course.
right?
She just doesn't want me to know what she's doing in there.
She's doing some anal yoga.
But I ask her.
Oh God,
Gross.
God, you gross it out so bad. You just don't.
So,
we can't have the discussion anymore.
I knock on the door.
I'm the one who made it gross.
I knock on the door and I embarrass her is what I do.
Well, that's good.
So she can do it at work or at the yoga studio and anywhere else.
The thing is that keeps laughter in the relationship, and that keeps the relationship young.
Keep it young.
Carrie hasn't laughed since 1998.
Wonderful.
Jesus.
Carrie laughed and said, "Let's watch Friends. It's still on the air."
So I want to call the guy. I know
call
we're
him back.
I know
I
we're
have a
totally
joke.
out of sync.
I have a
Hey,
joke.
by the way, we've got our mailbag, so fear not. We are going to do our birthdays today, so and our mailbags, and it's not just birthdays.
Yes.
But let's call KCJJ back. Are you able to do that?
Boom, bam.
Bloom. All right,
He's in.
Bloom. It's Bloom's Day.
Bloomsday.
Let's see. It's 8:25 there, so they're not in the police reports yet.
All right,
Let's see.
Oh, no.
What happens.
might be in a commercial break. You never know.
Hello?
Hey, are you guys still on the air?
Yeah. Was I
hey,
hanging with you?
No. Here's what happened. So when we were talking to Jim, and Jim, I just wanted you to know we were doing shtick. So as soon as you said you were a program director, we hung up, and we wanted to have the sound of the hanging up, but Pony got it wrong, so it didn't really work, and the whole bit kind of flopped, and then we got on to other things. Then we had a glitch that we had to fix, so everything like turned to total
But I've
crap.
got a joke.
But Oscar has a joke. Do you have a joke for Steve or for Jim?
Is it a joke or a bit?
It's for Jim. It's not a bit. Don't think too much about it. It's just a question.
Too late.
All right, so my bit, just so they know, was hang up on the program director thing, and that was the. Yeah, I've done that for years. If anybody, but go ahead,
that's
Oscar.
What we do here on the program, Jim.
That's what we do,
It's
yeah.
a pleasure. If you had to marry, kill Tommy Lang, Tom Suter, or Steve Bridges, which one?
Good
Oh,
one.
that's F. Mary Kill. Tommy Lang, Tom Suter, and Steve Bridges.
Yes.
We're playing F. Mary Kill with Jim. Jim, go ahead.
Okay, F. Suter.
Wow.
Very careful.
You know what? Before
Hold on a second.
Jim, before you move on, let me say this is always an entertaining road to go down, but you answered that really creepily fast.
Well, no, and I will tell you. And you want something more creepy?
Yeah.
I've met all these people. I'd answer it the exact same way with the same amount of speed.
I think you're right. Well, maybe you're right.
It's very nice. For your age, it's exceptional. Thank you.
All right, so now we're on to marry or kill.
I'd marry the captain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would treat you
And
right.
unfortunately,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
default, you have to kill Tommy.
You have to kill Tommy,
Unless he
and he
kills
almost before he almost killed himself, so that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's fine. You know, so
You know, killing Tommy is almost just like hitting fast forward on a video cassette. You're
Do you guys, Tommy's old liver, We got that on the auction tomorrow for like
Tommy's
Wow.
old liver is on the auction tomorrow at 60% off, correct?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you know what? I know you're good at creating voices. Perhaps tomorrow we could interview Tommy's liver.
That might be a plan. An interview with Tommy's liver for the big auction. Well, boys, we just wanted to call back and say the bit was kind of got screwed up on our end, but we love you. We love Casey,
Yes.
JJ, and keep on doing what you're doing. And Jim, the next time we talk, we're going to put more of the spotlight on you. But welcome aboard, a little belated to the Casey JJ family.
It's been there for 2 years.
All right. Bye, boys.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. God knows what they're doing.
You know what?
They
There's a
sign on
very
like
good
they sign
chance.
on like 2 in the morning and they go till
watching
noon.
Cannon.
There's a very good chance they were just sitting in the office and playing a record. I mean, that might not have even been the radio show right there.
Yeah. So that's those boys.
I feel
And,
better about the whole interaction now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the thing about it, I think the first time that I went on that show after Tommy's whole liver thing, and
Yeah.
he had to leave and take a leave of absence and all that, I may have made a reference to the show is not like the same without Tommy, and when you're a new guy and you get somebody say, "Where's the
Tough.
so and so? Where's so and so? Where's so?" We've all dealt with that, and that's the way it is. Tommy, once again, looking at his posts on what was the word that was used? It was another one of those I've cheated death kind of cocky posts.
Really,
that we've
he is
experienced with people.
he's amazingly resilient.
He's resilient, but he also has that thing that we have experienced on this show.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen when people come very close to buying the farm, you would think that there would be a little more
Not always.
humility. And
He feels bulletproof.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Behave, both of you. The fact is, though, that's just been a surprise to me. I know what it was.
What's that?
Something like a statement about, it was a year ago today that I did this, and now I'm back, and I'm going to treat myself. I deserve it.
Oh,
That was kind of
that's
that was kind of where
That's
where
sweet.
the
That is nice.
You cheat
No,
death.
it's not sweet.
You get a
That's
new
my
liver.
point.
You deserve it.
And then he unbuttoned his
Yes.
shirt, and there was a big triangle with a red S on it because he's Superman.
Well, it's just
Bankable, though. If I
Rob,
was
let
a
me
life
ask you
insurance
this: you
agent-
are trying to dance around this. I'm going to make you take some of the heat.
All right,
here.
bring it.
Do you find it a little off-putting as well as me?
Every
Just a little
time
bit.
I see it happen, and as you said, we've seen it more than once.
Yes.
I find it curious,
Right.
off-putting, and also very hard to wrap my head around.
It's
I
kind of-
would think, and you know what? You can't there, but for the grace of God, go I. You can't put yourself in that headspace. But being close to situations that have been very dire before, when I left them, I didn't feel impenetrable. I felt more vulnerable than ever and lucky. But I've never been
know what?
as close to it as he
We're all
has.
You know what?
hypocrites, though.
It's equal time, fair play.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him a hard time. I'm curious. I think you're curious too.
I am.
I love Tommy. I'd love to get Tommy on the show and let's talk to somebody who has really, seriously, somebody we having a real conversation with that has looked death square in the face. This man came within this much of losing his life because of a liver failure, and
Right.
I'd love to
Great
get
for
a
the
perspective on that. I'd love to talk about that and see, where, because if you remember, and I have quoted this online, Tommy came back after the liver transplant, and this is exactly what he did. He took a selfie video, looked in the camera, and
Haunts
said,
me to this day.
"I'm back."
Yeah.
Which is an unusual
Looked like the
response
Joker.
for me.
It was a little Gavinish.
It was strange.
Yeah,
was
it
it
was.
not a little
It was.
bit strange?
I will contact Tommy today and book him for tomorrow's show, and we will get to the bottom of this and figure out where he's at.
Because we have had, look, well, I can say it. We had it with Buzz. Buzz said, didn't we say, Buzz, how do you feel? I feel cocky.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't he say that? I
Yep.
feel cocky. After Buzz almost bought the farm.
Yeah.
It was very, very
Great
interesting.
for
And
our
I-
ratings as well, though.
It was great. It's all about the ratings, Oscar. That's right. All about the rating. Hopefully, hey, I'll keep you updated on my health profile.
Keep
just
on
so we
buying
can,
cartons.
That's
we
right.
can actually, yes, keep on buying car. Oh, well, just a brief aside.
Yes.
Yeah. Yesterday, another bad day, and yeah.
Oh, dear.
Another carton.
No. Still have the same one in the bag.
Well, that's all right. But the bag's getting lighter, isn't it, Smokey?
No, I'm stopping.
Smokey.
I'm quitting. I'm quitting again.
Again?
Smokey O'Mara.
Well, I don't smoke around the house, and I don't smoke anytime outside of being on the golf course. So I have to stop. The only way I'm going to stop is if I play better. So I have to play better, and I'm thinking even if I'm not playing well, a cigar perhaps would be a more reasonable.
All of these things keep the
activity,
bugs away, and really that's what you want to do.
Yeah. That's all. You want to keep the no-see-ums
Gnats.
away, Rob. You
Yeah.
don't want them to get into your balls. That's the way it is.
As we call them on the Eastern Shore, Mike, non-see-thems.
All right. Listen, we are running super behind, but I will tell you, when we come back, we are going to talk to, we're going to do our mailbag.
Gotta do the
get
mailbag.
that out of the way, and then we will talk to #1 Redskins fan, Go Diego Go, who's
Boo.
just out of his mind about the Skins. There's so much. I don't know if we're going to get to anything on the show today. That's how much we have.
I say
take a break.
let's hit stop. Let's quit. We can't do it.
Yeah, let's just go home. We'll take a break. Be right back on the Michael O'Mara Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Perkins.
I'm Gary Stein.
And on this week's episode, Jackie the Joke Man Martland.
I've known for 20 years that Paul McCartney loves dirty jokes. And if he thinks I'm a source of new jokes, he's going to want to hang out with me. And me and Howard have fought about this and fought, oh, he wouldn't like you, he'd hate you. Blah, blah, blah. So we're at the screening for The Big Short. Everybody's there. It's a pretty highfalutin cocktail party. And all of a sudden, Paul and Nancy circle around, and they come walking within 6 inches of my nose. And I just stopped them very gently, and I said, can I tell you a joke? And he said, sure. And I told him this joke. I said, a guy goes for a job interview, and the interviewer says, what do you think is your biggest fault? And the guy says, well, I think my biggest fault is my honesty. And the interviewer says, well, I don't think honesty is a fault. And the guy says, I don't give a what you think.
Tony Perkins Show.
I still like that act. I've always loved that act. That is a solid act. I would pay to see that act, Jackie the Joke Man. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Scouring my Texture app today to check on my iPad, and find out in Golf Digest if there's any article about psychological destruction on the golf course.
Oh,
Couldn't
it
find
hasn't gotten to that yet. It's not
but
destruction.
found a lot of swing analysis on there, like the long hitter, the short hitter. I love Texture because it's got everything in there. Men's health, fix your wardrobe with Esquire. They've got the next Bill Gates if you want to download Forbes or Fortune to stay in the know. Texture has everything: Vogue, Sports Illustrated, Vanity Fair, National Geographic. It goes on and on and on. This is the new modern way that we are getting our magazine content, and I love Texture, and I know you will too. A lot of our listeners have already experienced it. It's still the best way to read all your favorite magazines anytime, anywhere, because you can read them on your phone or tablet. Tablet or tablet?
Tablet.
Plus, the Texture editorial team recommends stories each day, and their curated collections let me dive deep into my favorite topics. Super easy to use. Just click the headlines, and Texture takes you instantly to the article. For some reason, to me, it's just graphically more visually appealing than a regular magazine as well. We don't talk about that a lot.
What I love about it is that, a lot of people, it's still tactile. You're still swiping right and everything.
Still do that.
It's like holding the magazine,
Absolutely.
but you don't have to put it away when you're done.
Stop wasting paper. Stop wasting money. Get Texture today. And the best part, Texture offering a free trial right now when you go to texture.com/TMOS. Think about it. Full access to the world's best magazines, from back issues to the ones on newsstands today. Take advantage of this offer right now and tackle your new New Year's resolution with some serious magazine know-how. Try Texture for free right now at texture.com/TMOS. All right, let's get to it, or we're not going to get to it at all.
Do it.
It's not about us. It's about you people. It's not about Oscar taking a dump. It's about you.
Thanks, Mike.
Yesterday. Okay. All right. No, I don't want to. All right. Thank you.
Nice.
Yesterday. Yes, thank you. All right.
Birthday, baby.
I like to explore all my vocal registers. Don't make a... What's with the puss? Don't make a face at me. How dare you?
Yesterday marked the birthday of one of Oscar's biggest fans, Sandra Bolton.
Ooh, Sandra.
She is another year lovelier. Does Oscar have any advice for hot wife, box mom in her early 40s, Oscar Santana?
Sandra, if you can touch your toes, it's going to cost you twice. Remember that.
What? If you can touch your toes, it's good. Pony is out of his mind. Pony, you have to explain the joke. It doesn't make any sense. Okay,
That's what's so funny.
Okay, all right, good. Then I'm not out there.
Yeah, I felt left out.
Keep it tight.
We'll just let it lie there. Dateline, Mobile, Alabama. Dale Roberts. Hey, Dale Roberts, big supporter of the show. He turns 39 today. Repeat. Dale Roberts turns 39 today. Roll Tide!
Did you know that the Alabama song is called Yeah, Alabama?
Oh, Nick Saban is a handsome man with really, really nice hair and tan legs who likes to play golf. He's such a pretty coach. Anyway, it's just, I saw David, this is how weird I am. This is the TV I watch. David Feherty interviewed Nick Saban, head coach of Alabama, on his little golf show.
Was it the Twilight Zone channel?
I know everything there is to know, and Dale will appreciate this. I know everything there is to know about the head coach of the University of Alabama. I know that Nick Saban is from West Virginia. I know that I know that he is passionate about the golf game. He truly loves that. And I know that his little sanctuary where he goes in the offseason is in northern Georgia.
Thanks, Joe.
Solid,
There you go.
Solid stack of bricks.
He moved from West Virginia to Alabama?
No, he became a football coach, and then he got the job at Alabama. He was the coach of Miami.
If you knew, you wouldn't even joke about it.
All right, then I withdraw the remark.
This man is almost as powerful as a president.
Oh, he is truly, he's the highest paid coach in college football, and he also was a pro coach with the Miami Dolphins for 2 years. So,
all right.
There you go. There's a little Nick Saban trivia for you. Doppel birthdays.
This never happens.
Today is the birthday of Sean Fahey. And it's also the birthday of his little brother, Scott Fahey. Oh, the Faheys. Doppel birthdays from the Faheys. How about that? Isn't it something? Sean would like Rob to request an impression for the Ha-Ha slot machine. The Ha-Ha slot machine. Good luck, Rob, and happy birthday, Sean and Scott. So this is a secret to me.
Before I pull the handle, I can tell you this.
Yes.
The one I want is older, but it's always been a favorite, but it is a Doppel impression.
All
for
right.
Doppel birthdays.
We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Well, wait a minute.
What?
I don't approve. I don't know.
Yeah,
wait.
Empty. You're going to have to put another pull because I have
Get
to know what
another
the
machine.
impression is.
Oh, I
Get
thought you
another
said...
machine.
Wheel the other machine in here, please.
I thought you wanted to be surprised. The surprise request is this.
No,
Raymond...
well, hold on a second. Sometimes I don't understand
the
how
machine
that
just got
giant
here.
cranium that has that brain inside of it works. What did you think? That you would just, I'd say yes and then you'd pop it on me? Is that the way it was going to work?
I thought so. I thought it might be fun. But the impression that I'm going to
That's
request...
not the way the machine works.
Well, this is a new machine. This is a new machine. You know how a lot of times the machines are tied to TV shows or
You're right.
movies?
Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
I got
like
it,
there's
got
the Elvis machine, the
Got
I
it.
Dream of Jeannie
Got it,
machine.
got it.
Mike, this is the Everybody Loves Raymond machine. And
Okay.
I would love to talk to Ray Romano and
All right.
his brother Robert.
Okay, all right. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I got another quarter here. Let's drop it in the machine.
Patty Heaton.
Hey, it's a progressive!
Oh, wow, we got one.
Oh, I love it.
I love theme
Here comes
machines.
Raymond.
Come on, what are you doing? All right, how are you?
Hi, Ray.
I'm out of the game, doing some movies, having a little fun. Doing
You grew
my
your
thing.
hair out.
I grew my hair out. I grew a beard.
Grew a what?
It doesn't matter. I grew a beard. Just hanging out, being lazy. Got lucky with a sitcom and just quit.
What about your brother?
My brother. What do you mean? The other guy?
Yeah, Robert.
Robert? Well, Robert's in the back room. You want me to go get him?
I'd love it.
Please.
That means I got to get up and walk.
You lazy?
Hold on. All right. Robert, they want you. Robert.
Hello, Mr. Spiewak. How are you today?
Robert Barone.
I'm Robert Barone. I left the applicator tube. It's great to see you. Raymond, you look for me on cartoons everywhere. My voice is used in all the animated features. Happy birthday to me.
There we go.
So
All right.
nice.
There it is. All right. Brittany Spalding writes, "Hey guys, I really have no earthly idea what I'm doing or should be saying in this message, but I know that my best friend Sheldon There's a good name you don't hear much of anymore.
Sheldon.
My best friend Sheldon would absolutely love a shout out for his birthday. It was on January 5th. He is such a huge fan of the show. A big happy birthday to him. So happy birthday to Sheldon. Yes,
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Sheldon.
And agree, Mike, that it's best if you don't say that last O. It's just Sheldon.
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 Doesn't
Would you like to go to Carnegie Deli and have some pastrami? All right.
It's my favorite Jewish country singer, Blake Sheldon.
Blake Sheldon. Yeah. Next letter says, "Hi, fellas. My husband, Emery." These are great names today.
Hi.
Is a devoted. Hey, you know what? I understand that Emery is really at the top of many major corporations. He's on the board. I'm sorry. Emery board joke.
I'd love to see his file.
Okay. Devoted listener of TMOS and is turning 39 on January 13th. I'm hoping you guys can give him some advice for the end of his douchebag 30s. Thanks for Liz Lundberg. I don't really have any advice.
Nexium. Get on Nexium stat.
Yeah, and also
Nexium.
Excedrin.
Can't drink the way you used to drink. Your stomach doesn't agree with it. But if you get in early, you can stave off the pain.
Exactly.
Movie theater last night, 3 beers. Carla, 2 glasses of wine. We woke up today. You might as well. We might have gone on a weekend bender for the way we felt at 5:30.
The lost weekend?
Yeah, it gets worse and worse, Emery, so be aware of that. Hello, TMOS. For the first time since I started listening to your show, which was the 45th episode or so, I have a birthday request. My birthday is January 7th. I hope I am sending this early. And, well, you're sending it on the perfect day. And it's in the mailbag. Well, it is. And I don't want to take the spin on the impression machine. I don't even want a birthday song. All I want is to say thank you for doing what you do. The show has been a welcome distraction from the tough times life can create. I love the people that send that.
Nice stuff.
It doesn't get old, folks, so thank you for sharing that. It really makes our day. And the laughs and good times on the show are the one thing I look forward to on work days. I love to hear that. Thanks to TMOS, my long commutes feel like only a few minutes. Thanks again from Toronto, Canada.
Boo! Boo!
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
How dare you?
Jesus.
You know
That
what
was
he's
such
doing?
a sweet letter.
The whole thing is to make you trust him, and then he attacks.
Well, your theory is they're massing on the border because
Mike,
they
fact.
want to attack. No.
99% of all Canadians live within a 3-minute walk of the U.S. border.
Because
That's a fact.
it's warmer. Anyway, Matt Croce, thank you. That's very sweet. Next letter. Guys, I bought the bonus show over the holidays to get my TMOS fix, and it did not disappoint. Thanks. My wife, on the other hand, had a very disappointing birthday on January 3rd. I think it had to do with the holiday hangover. Being up and happy for 2 weeks solid takes a toll on people. Amen, brother.
Tell me about
I can
it.
tell you that. But one thing that never disappoints is the TMOS traditional birthday song. So if you could sing it and dedicate it to Joanne Pospickle.
Joanne.
Joanne Pospickle. I know it will brighten her week. Thanks for all the laughs, Douglas. All right, for Joanne, 1, 2, 3.
Pickle.
Pospickle.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Moving right along. Hello there. Hello there.
Hello there.
18 years ago this week, I made the greatest single bestest decision of my life when I married my best friend. Hey, this sounds like a Facebook post.
Sweet.
Sure does.
18 years ago this week, somebody came into my life that was so incredibly special. I could not believe how... okay, all right, I'm sorry. I'm mocking it.
How dare you?
Anyway, I'll start again.
Please.
Hello there. 18 years ago this week, I made the greatest single best decision of my life when I married my best friend, my greatest ally, and my closest confidant, Genevieve.
Oh, he's very nice.
Please, can we get a happy anniversary greeting from cousin Luigi? That would make both our days. Keep bringing the funny. Tim Ellerby. Well, let's spin the machine and see what happens. Loving man with that sweet little for your wife. Goose egg, goose egg, goose egg. The answer is no.
Oh, daggers.
You know why?
Why?
Because you're already too happy with your lovely wife Genevieve. So you do not get cousin Luigi. Put that in your pipette's bucket.
If they're too in love, they get
Yes.
nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, because it was like those Facebook. It was Pony. Am I right? Was it like
Absolutely.
was it like those Facebook
Two
posts that we all hate
schmucks.
to read? Absolutely. Hey, gang. Next letter. I love the show, and I've been a listener since the early days. My birthday was January 1st, and I turned the magical age of 45. Any chance that I could get a shout out to me? All the best to you, and here's another great year of TMOS in 2016. Chris Macbeth. Chris, there's your shout out.
There you
How
go.
about that?
Here,
All right.
Don't ever say your name in a theater.
That's right. Hey guys, to be or not. Hey guys, I hope that your holiday season was great. My son Asa. Hey, you don't hear Asa anyway. That's
Do you
a cool
remember
name.
Asa Buchanan from One
Yeah.
Life to Live?
That's a
Base?
great name.
It
Asa is a fantastic
Asa
name.
O'Mara.
He turns 3 on January 8th. He's pretty mature for his age, right near Michael's age. And I think it might be time for the talk. What talk? What?
Ooh, the talk.
The talk.
What, the at 3? However, I feel that he deserves someone better than his lame old dad for Is he talking about the facts of life at 3?
Or maybe he's going to let him watch the show with Sharon Osbourne.
Don't.
Would it be
kids-
possible for Sex Boy to explain how babies? No, I'm not doing that. What is Adam Harvey? What is
No,
wrong
but
with you?
Mike, it's the stork. It's the stork story.
Yeah, maybe. Or, the
No.
Cabbage Patch.
Or the Cabbage
Veto.
Patch.
No spinning of the wheel.
What
We
do
are
you-
vetoing that. That is sick.
I was hoping that SB would come by because we haven't heard from
That
him in
is
a
not
long
going to
time.
happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh,
Somebody call me? Sex boy! I'm not going to say anything to a 3-year-old because we're going to get in trouble, but I will say, everybody, for 2016, have more sex.
how old are you?
I'm 12.
Such a big
Bye.
voice.
There we go.
Still
That's
don't,
Sex
don't
Boy.
understand.
Well, there's not much to understand. You know what we should have asked Sex Boy about?
What's
Is that if you touch your toes, you get 2 more free.
Yeah.
Or whatever the thing is that you said.
Twice.
That's
Next
for
letter
adults.
comes to us. This is a last-minute one. I realize I'm cutting this close, but if you could wish my beautiful and pregnant wife, Sarah Redding, a happy birthday, that's today, that would be great. Isn't this great?
You know what's great? People that send in birthday requests at 2 a.m. and say, I know I'm cutting it close.
Well,
Oh,
he's a
that's sweet.
fan,
Yes.
and I guess she's the big fan. She bought me the No, he is. She bought me the bonus show for Christmas, and this is a loyal P1. If anyone has any advice for her as a soon-to-be mother, that would be great, too, from Nicholas Redding. So, well, we've got our number one chief advice giver that we kicked it to earlier in the show. Might as well do it again. Oscar Santana for pregnant Sarah Redding. Do you have any birthday advice for this
Happy
with
birthday,
child
Sarah. That said, know this. There's something called baby weight. And as you know, people say, oh, it's so hard to get the baby weight off. Oh, it's so tough. And it's really not. You have to get out there and work hard and get it off. Because
Okay.
once the human body comes out of you, you don't have to carry that weight anymore.
That's sweet.
So
That's
happy
a
birthday.
lovely. I'm
Just
sure
keep
that
that
made
in
her
mind.
feel really, really
That
good.
is
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Moving right along. Hello, my friends. Many TMOS listeners have used the show to get themselves through a difficult time. Here's one more story. Is this heavy?
It's very sweet, Mike. You're going to like
baby weight
this.
Are we going to keep the cartoon?
The music is okay for
Tony
this, yeah.
Perkins, Gary Stein music in the back.
The music
that
is
what we're
fine
gonna-
for this, yes.
All right. Since before Thanksgiving, my 2 children, who I love dearly, have tag teamed and double teamed me with their germs, illnesses, malaise, etc., and have left me an overtired, miserable, strep-infected, snot-filled mess. Then, to add insult to injury, my wife started Christmas shopping for me on the 20-something of December and gave me socks and underwear for Christmas.
That is rough.
I, on the other hand, did my shopping by clicking on the Amazon tab at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Thank you.
Nothing seemed to get me through this suckfest. Antibiotics, over-the-counter meds, scotch, nothing. But what finally cured my ills was purchasing a yearly subscription to the TMOS bonus show and listening to the back episodes with vigor. Now, I am a happy, healthy, and de-fucking-lighted... I am happy, healthy, and de-effing-lighted to get the kids the hell out of the house and back to school. So happy birthday to me on Christmas Eve, and thank God Rob's father is all right and back on Facebook. We all missed HBS. Yours in Christ, Chris Pontani from Claymont, Delaware. Start the show, you hum.
All righty.
Actually, we already started the show,
did.
so we put the mailbag. I read everything that's written in front of me. I have it for people in my, from Ernie Anderson to Don Geronimo to Mike O'Mara. That's the way it goes. You
It's
just
time to
read-
start the show.
Read what's on the page all the time. We'll take a break, and we'll come back, and I want to talk a little There's so much I want to talk about.
I know.
I got to get my movie reviews in. I
right,
will tell you
please,
about my
please.
experience of the movies when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I want to tell you about Headspace. I'm going to use Headspace specifically to relax before I get out there and try to stress myself
That'll
out by,
fix your
playing
golf game.
horrible.
Yeah.
I hope so. Fear, anger, stress, anxiety, depression, sleeplessness, they all begin in your head, but they can wreak havoc on your life. It doesn't have to be that way. You can make a major difference in just 10 minutes a day. It's called guided meditation. It's a brand new advertiser on the Mike O'Mara Show. Guided meditation with the new Headspace app. Remember that name, Headspace. It's a meditation app that makes meditation simple. It's like a gym membership for your mind. It's guided meditations that you listen to anytime it's convenient for you. It's rooted in just thousands of years of tradition. You've heard about meditation and what it does for people. And you can improve your anxiety level. You can take away your stress. Join 4 million users that are already getting some Headspace for free right now. That's right. It is free. Download the free Headspace app and begin their Take 10 program for 10 free days of guided meditation at headspace.com/TMOS. That Headspace app Take 10 program is a 100% free way to experience the benefits of meditation in your busy modern life. Train your mind for a healthier, less stressed life. Start your free trial today at headspace.com/TMOS. That's headspace.com/TMOS. All right. Got to get the movies in.
Now, this is curious, but you sometimes go months without seeing a movie in a theater, and now you're living at the theater.
This is a tale of 2 movie experiences. I will tell you that both the films that I saw are just about a push. Actually, quite satisfied with both films. Enjoyed both of them thoroughly. It's the theatrical experience. I can give you the bad or I can give you the good.
Will you
whichever
answer
you
one
want
question
first.
about the movie?
Yes.
Do the chipmunks finally get to their destination?
Nope. They all get crushed in a crush video.
Oh, that's hot.
God.
That is so hot.
very
David,
special.
the last scene is David Seville scraping his shoes.
No, that's not true. Well, it's not David Seville. It's a clown.
Oh,
It's a generic clown. Looks
That's
like Pennywise.
nice.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So I'll give you the good first.
All
I'll
right.
give you the good first. We went to see Concussion last night, the Will Smith movie. And I recommend everybody take a look at it because, as we go into this season, I think, we're very excited. Oscar, did you want to talk about our guest that we're going to have on next week?
Confirmed Tuesday morning, Dominique Foxworth, friend of the show, personal friend of, I think, all of ours, really, at this point.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
A former NFLPA president. He had a great piece in the USA Today about the movie and his perspective.
Incredible piece.
So we'll be able to talk to him about that article and also not just the movie itself, because we're going this weekend to catch up on it.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a chance to see
We'll
it
talk
last
to
night.
Fox and get him on there, and I've got a million questions about it. I will talk in detail about the film and what Dominique's take is when we get him on the show. And it's a thinking film. It's not happy, joy. It falls in line with a lot of theories I have about the way we live as Americans today. And as I said, I don't get nearly as political as I used to get on the show. I will tell you this, though. This is not a political statement. We need to open our eyes in this country. We really do. We need to pay attention to the stuff that's important. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I truly don't. But the fact is that, when it comes to life and death matters where people are dying, I think it's important for all of us just to really not bury our head in the sand. The things that are important, it seems, if you pay attention to the news media and that magic box that we all love so bad, the things that are important to us are all fluff and crap and not relevant. And as we are sleeping our way through our lives and accepting what is spoon-fed to us, things are happening. Bad things are happening. And if we don't wake up, I really, truly believe we're going to be in a situation where we're going to be in a world of hurt. And I'm not talking about depression hurt. I'm not talking about financial hurt. I'm talking about the fact that we are going to sleepwalk our lives into situations that we're going to be saying, how did that happen? And I swear to God, or why did that happen?
Right.
Just pay attention, people. There's a lot of bad crap going around that people don't pay attention to. The Concussion movie is about just that. as far as I was concerned.
That people,
you,
I watched the trailer again yesterday because I spoke with Dominique briefly, and I said, I really got to get to the theater this weekend to see this because we're going to have him on. And Mike had mentioned him; he was going last night, and I sat there and I read Fox's article once again, and I said, man, like, you really don't know what the way people will react once they have all the facts. And even when they have the facts, you hope, at least I believe, that the right things will be done, but they're not always done.
Well, it will be, it may, to the people that are disinterested parties, Oscar,
yes,
you may be right about that. But to the interested parties, truly, and this movie sort of shows that, they will not react the proper way, nor have they reacted the proper way, nor have they done nearly enough to help this situation. They've done stuff because they had to. They had no choice. I have been on the other side of this. I have been in the lawyers' offices. I have been in the spin rooms. I have. It's not the same as life and death, but it's spinning the narrative in order to
protect,
minimize the damage that can be caused. I've been there. I know how it works.
And when you say damage, you don't mean health damage. You mean
Not
damage to the product.
Yeah,
the financial
but it's the same
viability.
Thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You get suits in New York in a big room, and they come up with ideas as to how they can maintain that bottom line. And that exists in the world of in so many different worlds. You can start with cigarette companies, and you can move right through the NFL, and it's just corporate America. Yeah. It is, and you don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat to know that's true.
Not political.
No, it's
everybody's not. Look what's happening right now in Flint, Michigan, right?
Right.
So the water issue is there's lead in their water.
They are drinking poison in Flint, Michigan. They are drinking. People have died and gotten sick.
It's 2016, and they knew about this problem for years now. It feels
exactly. It's some of the worst corporate malfeasance that you will ever see.
Finally coming to light.
Yep, it sucks. So I'm just saying, open your eyes, please. Open your eyes. We're getting dumber. We're getting less concerned, and my God, we care about what Kim Kardashian's ass looks like on Twitter. We're not paying attention to the real
ass shots are fun.
Stuff.
Do you think that her ass has anything to do with the water in Flint?
Maybe.
The runoff.
Thank you. That's when the boys get me back on track. So that's it. That's all I'll say on that. That's my little speech for today. Fertilizer, runoff.
There's a lot of algae.
Boy, what are you growing here? Anyway, so the best experience of my life in a theater. We went to one of those. Now, look, I know they're all over the country, and I know it's nothing new, but I hadn't been to one where you go in and it's the best theater seat I've ever been in. You buy the ticket, they give you the assigned seat.
Love
do
that.
They do that at Alamo? Do they do that thing at Alamo?
That's exclusively what they do there.
No,
Okay,
Alamo. If you pre-buy, you don't. When you buy tickets, when you get in there, I don't think they assign a seat, do they?
They give you assigned seat.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of Cobb. Forgive me. Yeah, Alamo is all.
Like you would have had that same experience, but you got there late and your phone was on.
That's the same kind of place.
Yes.
But this was better seats, fully reclining seats, which was amazing. And, it was the food and drink stuff. It was just the most comfortable
table
theater.
service? Did they bring it to you?
No, they did. That's one thing they did not have. They did not. And, I'm okay with that. I don't dig the table service when I'm in there. I'd rather get my stuff and bring it in. You know what they let me bring in?
What?
A bucket. Could have put as many beers in there as I want. I brought 3. I drank 3 beers during the movie.
God, are you not in Virginia? I tried to buy 2 beers when I saw Star Wars, and they looked at me like I was from the cantina.
Well, the thing is, most of the theaters now, because of their little rules, will say, I went into a theater for the other movie I'll talk about, and they also served beer, grabbed me a little Michelob Ultra, and they gave me a wristband. They gave me a wristband and said, you can only get one at a time.
Said alcoholic.
No, I grabbed a beer and I said, F it. I'm just give me one. I'll be good. But this was, it's once again being treated like a grown-up.
What's it called?
It's, I think it's Prado, maybe Prado's.
Devil Wears Prado.
Is it in Fort Myers?
It's in Bonita. It's down in Bonita.
Oh,
absolutely, very, very cool. And just the staff was friendly, cool. It was just a very, very pleasant experience. Now, onto, and that was the movie Concussion.
This
I
was
thoroughly
last night.
enjoyed it.
Last night.
I give a big thumbs up for that movie. I liked it. The other night, the same place where they gave me the wristband, I went to see The Hateful Eight, the Quentin Tarantino movie.
Film.
A thumbs up to that, and went by myself because Mrs. O'Mara is not a Tarantino fan, does not like the blood and guts, completely understand that. She said, why don't you go at the 8 o'clock show? I'm going to talk to my mom and turn in early. I'm like, I'm down there. I did a solo movie. Don't do them very often, but I really, really wanted to see the Hateful Eight.
Getting a lot of pub.
Yeah.
And the Hateful Eight is, I don't want to say a classic Tarantino film, but it's a Tarantino film that he's made better. He's made worse. That's all I'll say.
Let me ask you this. I
know?
watched a lot of clips yesterday because I was building a show open around it. And it looks like the dialogue and the action are fantastic. And you can
the dialogue is not fantastic.
Really? Because the clips
opinion.
that they put up had some fine dialogue.
The action is okay. It was just, I don't know. It was different. But it's still a Tarantino film. A mediocre Quentin Tarantino film for me is far better than most of the crap that I see. So but let me tell you something. If you're going to go see this movie, hyperviolence is the deal with Tarantino. That is truly the deal. And if you're not prepared for that, you're going to be, no going in. You're going to see that. If you've seen Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, any of those movies, that's the way it is. So this is my little dilemma. Sit down and get I have moved from being an aisle sitter. This might have a weight thing to do with it. I've moved from being an aisle sitter to now I do like to be center of the theater like most people
like
do.
8th row center is ideal?
About 8th row center, that's where I like to camp out. I dig it. I enjoy that. So when Mrs. O'Mara gave me the free pass, I was seriously out of there like a lightning bolt, and got down super early and had literally the theater to myself. So I camp out 8th row center, and people slowly but surely start to pop into the theater. It's pretty crowded, and they start trickling in, and it's true what they say, that people will gather in that little box in the middle. That's where people like to see their movies. I'm fine with that.
It's a sweet spot.
There are people on my right in the same row. There are people on my left. There was a row in back of me that was full. And then the people came in front of me. Now, I will not be able to tell you. There was a loud talker down in the front row left, but he stopped after the previews of coming attractions. Fine with that. It was silent. And I can't tell you what direction this came from. But 1/4 into the movie, I start to smell sick breath. Do you know the breath I'm talking about?
Yes.
Cold breath,
I've had
sick breath.
Yeah.
Breath that is, yes, it stinks, and it's somebody that's not tending to their mouth properly. But it is also, if you're smelling it, your sensation is that you are literally bringing
illness,
a virus into your body.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I got this little whiff. Like right about 1/4 into the movie, and then steadily, I will never be able to tell you whether it came from behind me, in front of me, right or left. I can't tell you. Steadily, I guess as the movie continued,
that is the worst thing you have ever said.
And more overbearing. It was by the end of the movie, I was just like, and then right before the movie was over, I heard the hack fest. And it was the douche. It was the douche right in front of me.
Oh, man.
Dead in front of me. And he's going, and I knew, you've got your illness. Yeah, thank you, Captain Selfish, for bringing your death grip.
Don't go to the movies or anywhere public. How about that?
It's
how about
so
stay
gross.
home?
Yeah.
It's so gross. And look, it could have been virus breath, but I think it was virus breath with maybe a little Korean food on the side.
Oh, sure.
That's really
a
where I
different
was
animal.
going.
Tried to sweat it out, did he?
You don't feed a cold that way.
That's right.
It was so
But you know what's
nasty.
really horrifying about that to me is if he was in front of you, it was making some sort of arc to come back at you.
Oh,
Can you imagine being
like it's
next
going,
to that guy?
Like it's going over the wing of an
Yeah,
airplane.
exactly. When you see those tests and they've got like the little stream
Smoke
of
trail,
smoke. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. There's a
Right.
chemtrail in the theater.
All I know is he's probably getting into his.
Aerodynamics right to Mike.
Oh, God.
He was probably getting in his car afterwards. Did you enjoy the movie?
I'm not that big a Quentin Tarantino fan.
But the amazing thing is, after both movies, you still felt worse after the one where you had 3 beers.
Yes, this is true.
I know.
I can't
Life
drink
is
anymore.
funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, the one, I'll tell you, that little fancy theater. How much is it for an average movie ticket? Because it costs
12 or 15, right?
It costs $28 to get into this. So it's regular
Yeah,
price
you go
for
IMAX.
2, right?
IMAX is
Yeah, for
20,
2.
21.
Yeah, but in a 3D, they'll
Yeah,
boost it. But
3D.
like
All right, so it was
$15.
28. It was
Not bad.
$28 for the two of us. That's not bad.
For
So
Florida,
it's the same
though,
thing.
Florida, that's high.
Well, what do you think? You think we're going to sit there? Yeah, it's Florida, Oscar. That's exactly what it is. So down here, it's like, what's your average price in D.C. for a movie? Oh, usually $15 is what we play. Oh, what's it down in Florida? Let me just check here. Oh, okay, that's $2. That's a nickel. Why don't you go in and see the Victrola for a nickel? What did
Be
the
at
Thomas
least
Edison?
20% less.
You have time to go by the snack bar for a phosphate.
Yes, have a phosphate soda. Yeah, it's delicious. Would you like some hard candy? Yeah, all right.
Butterscotch discs.
So, anyway, don't be sick and go to the movie and breathe.
No,
on me.
I
Thank
hear
you
that.
very much. And both movies, though, go ahead, enjoy yourself. I give
Nice.
both thumbs
Worth
up.
the dollar.
Good stuff.
Hateful Eight and Concussion, fantastic. And when we get Fox on next week, I'll talk about the fact that coincidence that Concussion, the anti-NFL movie, happened to open against Star Wars. You think that's an accident? I don't, because I'm thinking. Thank you. We'll take a break, come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Podcasts are great, but with all the podcasts out there, how do you choose? Let me recommend for your listening pleasure, Cake and Cookies. It's hosted by Katie Forbes von Herman and my dad, Rob Spiewak. I like it because it's family friendly, and they never use words like fuck, head, bullshit, son of a bitch, and they never say go fuck yourself, because kids don't need that kind of filth in their life. Cake and Cookies, every Wednesday at MikeO'MaraShow.com, a part of More Broadcasting.
My boy.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Brought to you by ZipRecruiter.com. We love ZipRecruiter. You will love ZipRecruiter as well. And we've got listeners that have told us how well it worked for them, including the doctor that hired 2 physician's assistants through ZipRecruiter, and it worked beautifully. I can tell you this for sure. Your company is only as good as the people you hire. I can also tell you that posting your job in only one place is not the way to find the quality candidates you need. ZipRecruiter.com lets you post to over 100 job sites with a single click and be instantly matched to the best candidates from over 6 million resumes. 6 million resumes.
Wow.
Just one post, and you can check it out. In 24 hours, the candidates will appear in ZipRecruiter's little easy-to-use interface that they have. The clients say this has really changed their lives. They've gotten access to the best people from around the country, and it's been used by over 400,000 businesses. You can try it right now and do it absolutely free. Getting the right people for your company is so important. Try ZipRecruiter right now for free. It's fantastic. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS to get started. You can try it for free right now. ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS, and get ready to see what kind of candidate you can put in your office building or your job when you have 6 million resumes to choose from. It's the perfect candidate for you at ZipRecruiter.com. So try it today, ladies and gentlemen.
News.
Boo! As expected, Star Wars The Force Awakens has surpassed Avatar to become the highest-grossing movie in U.S. history.
Better movie, too.
At least that's what Disney said, although they didn't provide a total. Avatar made $760.5 million domestically in over 7 months in theaters. Star Wars passed it yesterday after just 20 days.
That's the thing that is so crazy is how fast it did it.
Yep, and the numbers have not been adjusted for inflation. If they were, The Force Awakens would only be the 21st movie, and the top 3, if they were adjusted for inflation, would you like to know what they would be?
Can I guess one of them? Is Gone with the Wind still in the top 3?
Number 1.
Is it really still? Wow. Cool.
Gone with the Wind, the original Star Wars, the original one, and The Sound of Music are the top 3. Adjusted for inflation, they both grossed about $800 or $900. That's it.
Florida dollars.
I love to adjust things for inflation. I've got my own calculator. For anyone who thinks you can't find a quality match on a dating app, there's this. That's how a Chicago furniture designer named Ben Hanisch hooked up with Amy. Ben Hanisch hooked up with Amy Schumer.
Oh, that's right.
Friends say they met on this website, Bumble. Do you know that one,
Oh,
Oscar?
yeah. Bumble. But there's
He knows
Bumble's bounce, right?
something. There's something flawed about Bumble because Bumble only allows the woman to actually give the first interaction so she can respond to the guy. So you can tell her, like, hey, I'm interested in boning you, but you can't start a conversation unless she's interested.
You know, the
Well,
weird
all I
thing-
know is that if I was on Bumble, the only candidate I would choose would be candidate B.
Tinder's still
So
the way to
sorry.
go if you really want to get it on.
That's right. With Amy
What were you going
Schumer.
to say about it, Rob Spiewak?
I thought they met because he hired him to reinforce her couch.
She's not that big.
come on,
She's not
you
that
dick.
big. She's just a little gross.
I don't think she's even big.
She's not.
I think she's just kind of gross.
Really?
I'm not.
She's
you know what?
graphic. Yeah.
I'm old-fashioned in that way. Believe it or not, Mr. Shock Jockery occasionally. It just kind of, look, I know that
You don't
she's
like the poop jokes from a
She's
woman.
so funny, though.
She's funny, yeah. Anyway, this guy isn't some Archie schlub. He's a furniture guy. Used to be a design consultant for HGTV, and the furniture he's making now is apparently pretty high-end, and that's how
cool.
she found him online. So there's hope for everybody. Time to make you feel old and remind you that you're going to die someday, probably sooner than you think. Here are 10 things
Thank you.
that celebrate their 10th anniversaries in 2016. You ready for them?
Sure.
Justin Timberlake's Future Sex Love Sounds album.
Oh, wow.
Who gives a rat's ass about
That's
that?
the Sexy
I didn't pay
Back
attention.
album.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a killer album.
Great
Yeah, that's
record.
10
the one where he
years?
brought the sexy. 10 years,
Feels like
yes.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it does.
Man.
You know what else is 10 years old? Hannah Montana.
Oh, whatever happened to her?
Yeah.
The CW. That's 10
I
years
remember
old.
when that happened.
Still waiting on a hit show.
I said, what? Where's Captain
let me
20?
see. Now here's one.
Romper room.
This is where these are where these lists are completely contrived.
Okay.
Step Up, the movie that hooked up Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan in real life.
A cultural movement.
Yeah, but you know what? That does not seem like 10 years ago either.
No, it doesn't.
No.
And
Number
he's
5
aged
is
so well.
High School Musical.
You know what? I was in the eye of that
depths,
storm.
right?
Oh, because Julia loved the High School
Diego
Musical.
was into it as well.
That's right.
Some of those are 10-year-old shows. Anyway, number 6 is Amy Winehouse's Back to Black album. That's 10 years old. That's
Wow.
sad.
It feels
when
like
you hear
50.
that.
Yeah, looks like 50.
Everyone 13 and over with a valid email address being allowed on Facebook. That's 10 years old. That's kind of jive,
Yeah.
too, I think. Number 8, penis gummy aficionado Suri Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it wasn't 10 years ago that she had the penis gummies,
No.
but she's 10 years
Yeah,
old
she's
now.
10 years
It was
old.
about 5 years ago when
Yeah.
she was eating the penis-shaped gummy
Yeah,
candies.
which I thought was a strange story to report.
Yeah, I didn't
Very
care
strange,
for it.
and I feel dirty for even saying
Thank
it
you,
here.
Sex
Number
Bomb.
9, the Pirates of the Caribbean sequel, Dead Man's Chest. The sequel is 10 years old.
Wow.
And the book Eat, Pray, Love. Remember that? With
Oh,
Julia? They made a
everybody was
movie
going
of
to
it.
India?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Elizabeth Gilbert's book. So those are if
Wasn't
you
the
feel
same
old-
when they got there, let me tell you.
No, all
I'm,
different.
by the way, if you're my age, you're so out of touch with pop culture that doesn't make you feel old because you don't know half the crap that's out there. Thank you. Over the holidays, Mike Tyson's wife posted a video of him wiping out on one of those hoverboards that
Right.
everybody's talking about. Even though they really don't hover, they just roll along the floor. Mike says he had to go to the doctor and was ordered to spend 7 days in bed, and he's done with hoverboards, or whatever you want to call them. He told TMZ, quote,
I'm never riding that board again. It's not for me. I don't like that board. I don't like the hoverboard. I don't like it. It's crap. It's crap. That hoverboard, bitch. That hoverboard's crap, bitch.
Now, the hoverboard, Mike,
Yes.
did you have to go to the hospital when you fell off it?
Yes, I went to the hospital.
Did you see anything there?
Yes, he got showering. He got rectum.
oh, nothing to do. That's the old Mike Tyson quote. There.
Throwback Thursday.
Kevin Giffrey, Ken Griffey Jr., not Giffey, Ken Griffey
Giffey.
Jr. and Mike Piazza have been elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. It was Junior's first time in the ballot. Everybody expected him to walk in, and he did. He received 99.3% of the votes, or 437 out of 440. I'd love to know those three guys, those three bitter douches that didn't vote for him. That's a new record. The previous best was Tom Seaver. In 1992, he got 98.84%. Griffey was also one of the few sluggers during the steroid era who was never connected to performance-enhancing drugs. For Piazza, it was his fourth time on the ballot. Last year, he came close to the required 75%, but he was 28 votes short. This year, he made it. So Mike Piazza, hey, Mets fans and other
Good
fans,
stuff.
he's going to be
Griffey
going in
Jr.
there.
though, throughout his career and growing up, I was a big fan, right? That's the type of ball player, and I imagine if you had kids, you want to look up to, because you sit there and you're like, man, look what he's doing. Look what he's doing.
Yeah, and it's a shame that he never played for more winning teams because he was a legitimate megastar. Now a little something. Two Pizza Hut employees in Cypress, California, apparently rang in the new year, not with a gong, but with a bong.
Oh, dear.
Video uploaded to liveleak.com shows a dank happy duo taking huge rips off a foot-long water pipe on New Year's Eve.
Look at Adrian's smile. He loves
There he
this
is.
story.
He's liking this, yeah. At one point, a woman asked about her coworker, did he take a good hit? Another worker takes a hit and twirls around with the bong before giving it back to the person filming it on his phone. Although pizza is very popular with stoners, Pizza Hut apparently doesn't like the idea of employees getting baked while baking pizzas. The bong huffing employees have not been identified, but after the video went viral, they were fired.
Oh.
That's according to Eater.com. Oh, and if you happen to be a stoner, there is no better website than Eater.com. I'm so stoned. Where can we get the chicken fingers? Oh, go to Eater.com, Mom. That's where they are. Oh, check it out. Eater.com.
Eater.
Yeah. We'll take a break and come back with more Rob's Audio Vault right here on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
Hey, Rob, whatever happened with that last Comic Standing audition?
I turned them down.
You also auditioned for America's Got Talent.
Yeah, I got it, but it just didn't feel right for me, so I said no.
Well, what's happening with the regulars?
I'm pretty sure it's in development, maybe.
Well, I'll be at the Baltimore Comedy Factory this weekend.
Well, that's good. You headlining?
No, I'm just hanging out, seeing the show.
All right, we're successful. Rob and Joe Show. Listen every week, robandjoeshow.com. Subscribe on iTunes and check us out on the TMOS app.
For more information, visit us at morebroadcasting.com.
Well, they might not be headlining, but they have the attitudes of seasoned superstars.
Oh, Stars!
Rob and Joe. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. 2016 is here, out with the old and in with the new.
New.
Auld Lang Syne. What does Auld Lang Syne mean, Rob?
Auld means old.
Old.
But, yeah, I think it just means, let's let the past be the past and look forward.
Nice.
Yep.
Doesn't have anything to do with Tommy Lang?
No, it doesn't. Or sine
checking.
curves.
He's been featured today. Hey, Amazon's what we're talking about.
Yes.
We want you to go through our Amazon page. Just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon to do all your online shopping, or you can click the Amazon button on our website or use the little shopping cart that's on the app if you've got it on your phone. It really is the number one way to help us, and, you've done your bit. Well, have we found out whether they did their bit at Christmas time yet, Oscar? Have we gotten the results in?
Those numbers come in next week.
Okay, so we don't have your report card yet. So why don't you take advantage of some of those post-holiday sales and go through the Mike O'Mara Show website? You think you can do that? Oh, by the way, Bruce Stern is in the Hateful Eight, so he would say
Is
that.
he really?
Yeah, he plays a Confederate general. Right.
Wow, how does he look?
Oh, I guess Mr. Sam Jackson is going to do a shoot-'em-up Western movie, isn't he?
Anyway, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's that simple. It means the world to us. And Happy New Year, everybody. Let's open up the audio vault for Thursday, Jan 7, 2016. Take it away.
Oh, let's look at the news.
2016년 1월 6일 10시.
Did you like that I posted her on your page?
I watched it. You know what? I had a little personal moment with her.
Oh. Did you love that halfway through they just did like a 4-second cutaway of Dear Leader and then nothing else? Anyway.
Have you seen the video of Dear Leader walking along the military line and they all cry when they meet him?
Mm-hmm. I think I'd cry too.
No, they all like he's shaking hands and he's like blowing them off and they're all going, Dear Leader.
Also, that announcement. It's with all that technology that they allegedly have.
Right. They're just
There's no teleprompter.
No.
Right.
She's got a piece of paper in front of her.
Well, they put all that teleprompter money into hydrogen.
They may have a hydrogen bomb, but the only way they would get it over here is if it like was allowed into San Francisco Bay on like a wooden barge.
Yeah, like a fireworks barge.
Like a fireworks barge with a tugboat. With a North Korean tugboat. That's the way. I am not afraid of North Korea.
I think their hydrogen bomb is going to look like the time machine in Napoleon Dynamite. Do you have the crystals? All right, I know we all love when babies laugh. This is a very curious video. The mom has flashcards of animals, okay, like zebra, alligator, but the kid only laughs at one animal, and he's consistent. The boy likes his donkeys.
Donkey? Why is that so funny? Kangaroo?
Nothing.
Donkey? Why is donkey so funny? Turtle? Goose?
Oh.
Donkey?
So that kid was burning up the internet yesterday.
It sounded at the beginning like the mother might have been wearing like a spandex suit or something.
That's what he's laughing at. All right, so last week or a couple days ago, Conan O'Brien had the band on 5 Seconds of Summer, and they're relatively hot right now. They're on the cover of the current Rolling Stone, and they premiered their new song called Hey Everybody. See if this sounds familiar to you. Yeah, perhaps you remember when it was when it was Duran Duran.
What the hell? What the hell? Really? What is that?
It was so close that before they released it, they actually gave Duran Duran co-writing credit.
They had to.
I don't know if they knew when they were writing it that it was the same.
But it's crap. Is that where we are now, that they get away with that garbage?
But Mike, you know what's fun is if you listen to both of them at the same time. Same record.
It was so close. It's the same.
Okay, so it's not sampling. It's not like a rap record.
No. It's like, sometimes there are coincidences in music, and it happened once to the Rolling Stones where they found out when they released their song, it was on the Bridges to Babylon album, I think, that was essentially a K.D. Lang record, and they didn't want to recut it, so they gave her co-authorship. But that one is so specifically close. I can't imagine that was an accident.
Duran Duran gets some cash.
Oh, yeah. They do. They do indeed.
But even though they settle it up legally, it's just too weird for me.
It is weird. And I can't imagine what road they would take to think, hey, this is how we want to score
And I would
next
assume
record.
it's going to affect their trajectory to a certain extent.
They're on the moon right now.
Yeah, they're sizzling
Really?
right now. Yeah, good
Yeah,
stuff.
of course they are.
Last night, I absolutely, appointment television for me. Not just the People's Choice Awards, Mike, but the People's Choice Awards hosted by Jane Lynch. So I know you were there.
I swear to God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There was only one great moment, and it was because it wasn't planned. The show The Voice, not The Voice, The Talk. The Talk is the one with Sharon Osbourne and Julie Chen, and that's the one.
Shocker, they won an award.
I know. How about people love them? People love them, and so they're up there accepting best show or whatever, and a guy just walks on the stage and starts promoting his album.
Oh my
Live
God.
television. Check this out.
This is amazing. I think we think of ourselves as kind of the oddballs of TV, or we say we're like a motley crew.
My name is Ricardo Casio. Shout out to Kevin Gates for the album. Yeezy jumped over the jump, man. Yes, sir.
Up here, you ain't gonna pull no Steve Harvey up in here. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, now that's a nice attempt at a cover, but that's really nothing to do with Steve Harvey.
So funny.
But hold on, let's go back to the clip, please.
Security. Back to your speech, girl.
I was going to say, I think that we feel like we are the motley crew of misfits.
But that guy is not in our club. No.
The actual.
Back to your speech, girl.
I think that I'd like to. I'm the weak white girl on the panel.
Yeah, back to get off the stage. You keep talking. Keep talking right now.
I'm really happy that we're doing this.
Jesus.
The proper save would have been, don't Kanye me up here.
Yeah,
not Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey got the winner wrong in the Miss Universe pageant.
Right.
That's all he did.
Just again for context, do you think I would be scared if I'm up there and somebody just walks up? Like,
not next to that lady who's on the talk, because she basically manhandled the guy that did it, and then Sharon Osbourne kicked him in the ass.
Yeah.
So, but then the one from the Roseanne show, isn't that
Sarah
the
Gilbert?
girl?
Yeah.
Sarah Gilbert gets up and it's just like,
We really.
God.
And what was so great is that whole thing that was so off-putting, they got right back on script. We consider ourselves the oddballs up here. So anyway,
that's the worst. That is that not officially the worst award show of the award season?
Actually,
Absolutely.
Mike, the people voted it the worst award show of the award season. All right. Oh, and a warning to all you that watch too much porn.
New study came out, found that the more porn a man watches, the less motivation he has. The more porn a man watches, the less motivation he has. Yeah. I was going to read more about the study, but for some reason I didn't feel like it.
Lost interest. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
And I'm here to announce, ladies and gentlemen, bad news. Oscar will not be finishing his MBA.
I'm the outlier.
That's it. Another Mike O'Mara show has come and gone. Be sure to join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Correspond with us at TMOS, Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. And we had some great letters and birthday requests today. Send anything like that to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Don't forget our Amazon page. We truly appreciate that too. MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Or just click that little shopping cart on our app. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara inviting you to join us again for another episode of the Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
Donkey.
Ciao, ciao.
One last thing. Please remember that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is the best way to shop for anything and everything. So, shop Amazon and get there through our website. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Now, go in peace.
Mike O'Mara Radio Entertainment.